Nobody knows for sure who or what the Shadow Man is. Shall we start on the Shadow Man? It wasn't first on my list, but we've gone into it.
Is this number 4? How many of these episodes have we done?
This is episode 3.
Yeah.
Technically 4 because we filmed 2 in one day, but then the second one never got released.
Okay.
So
Well,
technically 3.
Are you going to say that forever? So if you're on like episode 91, but technically 92.
So
Right.
3. Urban
Okay.
Legends 3.
This is Jack, Fiona, and Stevie, and this is Urban Legends 3. Take it away, Stevie.
The Shadow Man. Nobody knows for sure who or what the Shadow Man is, but it may be the ghost of a man who was convicted of stalking and kidnapping children. He was caught at a home he had broken into a few days before.
Yeah, already it's not scary because when they nick kids, I'm all right. Do you know what I mean? I know I'm going to be
You're
all
okay
right.
with
Yeah. It's like nonsense.
Take a kid, fuck off.
Yeah. Like, I'm not going to make horrible jokes, so I won't.
So he was caught at a home he had broken into a few days before and was being dragged off to the gallows after his trial when he overpowered the guards and ran into the woods.
So gallows are like what you put your head in to be chopped.
No, that's
gallows is
being hung.
Gallows is being hung.
Yeah, you get hung at the gallows.
You're thinking of like the guillotine.
No, you put your heads in it. Oh, all right, maybe.
Yeah, you're thinking of the guillotine with the head getting chopped off.
Right. Oh, so he's going there, is he? This guy.
He's going to the gallows, which is where you get hung. So it's obviously quite old.
So they've caught him.
They'd caught him. He was caught at a home he had broken into a few days before.
It's going to be a long episode. Right. Got yeah. I'll shut up.
And he was being dragged off to the gallows to be hung after his trial. It didn't say that. I've added it so you know that it's not a guillotine.
The gallows are a band. Maybe he was just going to go see them. Just off to see the gallows.
He overpowered the guards and ran into the woods. A huge search was organised and the entire forest was thoroughly searched, but he was never found. A few years later, children started going missing again, and some people thought that it must be him. Their suspicions were put to rest, however, after one of the missing children came back. The 5-year-old boy was questioned, and during a police interview, he revealed that he was captured by a shadow man with big red eyes and a funny hat. Since then, there has been many more reports of this shadow man. The shadow is described as being a shadow of a tall man with a bowler hat or a fedora and glowing red eyes. He can assume almost any form he chooses and slip through any door.
You lost me there. You lost me.
It's not realistic.
No, yeah, I needed when it was a man that was like, he was like a bit mysterious. He could hide in the shadows. Yeah.
That's realistic and scary.
Sorry. Is a shadow tall man with a bowler hat or a fedora and glowing eyes. He will plague children. I skipped that sentence. Now it's real again. He can't go through doors. There we go.
What?
I'm skipping the sentence. Pretend it didn't.
You've got to tell me as it says
Edit it
there.
out, Katie.
You've got to tell me exactly what it says. I need to build up a picture. As soon as somebody can shapeshift, I'm out.
Yeah, but this is just what a 5-year-old boy said. So don't worry.
Oh, right. So he could be a little waffler.
Yeah, of course he is.
All right.
He will plague children with nightmares about a strange man in a bowler's hat grabbing them and taking them away to an old hut. After a few days, he will creep into the child's room and stare at them with his glowing red eyes until they wake up. The child will then be petrified with fear, and that is when the Shadow Man will whisk them off, and the child will never be seen again. The scariest part is that he could be anywhere at any time, and you could never be sure if he's there watching you.
What about when you see him watching you? Is this
That's when he catches you, so you're...
Oh, so it's like...
you don't know he's there until you do know he's there.
Well,
if you know he's there, you're gone.
But that's the same with anyone. I don't know you're there until I know you're there. Like, if you come upstairs to give me a cup of tea and I'm in bed, I'm like, well, she's not here. And then you open the door and I see you and I go, now she's here. I don't run away going, the shadow woman's brought me a cup of tea.
But I also don't snatch you.
Yeah, but
Out
also
of
you'd
bed and
hear
whisk
her
you
come up
away.
the stairs, like, he can just...
He's silent.
He's silent and apparently can shapeshift.
And I need to show you this because it cracked me up.
Is that a picture of him?
It's a picture.
Oh.
It's hilarious.
Go on. What? That looks like the Babadook.
It looks like an Oreo.
It's like that. Oh. Do you know, it's just a face.
His mouth looks exactly like an Oreo.
It does actually. Oh. Like that Shadow Man is definitely making that noise. Like there is no way that face makes a scary. Like he goes, I'm gonna statue. That's what he sounds like.
That's not scary to me
No.
at all. That could be like a mascot for like a child's new biscuit or something, you know. It's not scary.
And them eyes aren't red; they're lovely, piercing blue eyes.
Yeah.
The inaccuracy.
I didn't search for this photo. It was just with the story, so I found that quite strange.
So
But
the story literally
It
says
says glowing red
red
eyes.
eyes.
Now we've got a photo with white eyes. Make
Yeah.
your mind up.
actually they're blue. They're like a lovely light blue.
Oh, sorry, I was too busy looking at his Oreo mouth.
So that's the story of the Shadow Man. I will say there's many stories around this type of character, which it sounded like the California one was, like a shadowy.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, I feel like this has been done before.
Character.
It's nothing new.
Okay, so are we doing the voting, or are we just
Yeah,
gonna go through
we'll
on this?
I like voting because it's such a flawed concept.
Okay, yeah. If there's anything we love on Happy Hour, it's flaws.
It's not making sense.
No,
Yeah.
exactly. We rely on this.
So we do it based on scareability and
And believability.
believability.
Yeah.
Do you want to
Okay. No, you start.
go? Okay. Well, scareability. See, that's not even a word. That's
Scariness.
yeah, scariness. I'll say 2 out of 10
Okay.
because I've probably seen a shadow once and gone,
Mm.
"Oh, what is that?"
Was it wearing a hat though?
No, but it did have an Oreo mouth.
Oh.
So probably saw that was probably that one. What was the other one? What do we do on?
Believability.
Believability. 0.
You don't think shadows
Oh.
can steal children?
Oh, well, now you put it like that. So yeah, 0.
Yeah.
Okay, well, my scariness,
Scareability. Yeah.
scareability, we'll make up a new word. I feel like when you were reading it out, 5, and then you showed the picture 2.
The picture did ruin it.
Yeah.
The picture, I feel, has
But so the
ruined
picture only
story.
knocked off 3 points. Weirdly.
That's a
I
heck of a
I
load
couldn't
of
not show you the
points.
picture, but at the same time, imagine you saw that in real life.
Yeah, if you're
Yeah.
not expecting it, we got a pre-warning. We got a lovely little
Mm.
story beforehand of Stevie saying, "Look, this is going to be funny."
Yeah.
If you just turned a corner and saw that, you'd be.
Oh, it'd be creepy as fuck.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. You say that, but any of these urban legends would be creepy if you saw them. But the idea is, how much do you believe that you would ever see them?
Okay, believability. I'm going to say 7 because
What?
don't you give me that look. Because it is believable. It's shadows, and it's apart from the shapeshifter, and we're going to skip over that bit. But the shadows with a bowler hat, yeah,
It's
why
just
not?
a creepy man in the woods,
Yeah.
really.
Firstly, how can a shadow
definitely.
wear a hat?
On his head.
A shadow hasn't.
Where else would he wear it, you fucking idiot?
A shadow hasn't got a head. A shadow is bodiless.
What? You mean
No.
like full of body rather than...
Yeah. A shadow hasn't got parts.
Well,
Yeah,
a shadow is
because if-
whatever shape you are.
Exactly. So if you look at a shadow of
No,
yourself, you can say, "This is a shadow of my hand. It's a hand."
Yeah, try put a hat on it.
What?
On your
What?
shadow of your hand.
No, the man is wearing a hat, and then it's his shadow.
Right.
he-
It's just
okay.
absolute waffle.
Okay.